Hey y'all, it's Kaneisha and welcome back to my channel. Today is September 13th, which means it's the day after my birthday. My birthday is September 12th and I just turned the ripe, tender age of 27. And although 27 is not very old, I just want to share a little bit of things that I've learned in my 27 years of living. A lot of the things I'm going to say might be things that you've already heard before, but it's always good to get a reminder and get it back into your brain to get back focused and get back on track. You might hear some things that you've never heard before that might really help you, help somebody else, especially people who are in their 20s. The 20s is a rough one, baby, okay? And we all in this together. Adulthood is very ghetto. We're just going to unpack some of this stuff, okay? Make sure y'all drinking some water. That's the first thing. Make sure y'all are drinking some water. Yeah, I don't care what age you is, you need to be drinking some water. So I got some sticky notes here. I wrote them down. I didn't really elaborate on them because I just wanted to free flow, talk about whatever it is I wrote on this paper. The first thing I wrote is patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. I'm not saying this to be cliche because I know you've heard this saying plenty of times throughout your life, but patience really is so important in this race. A lot of the things that you want to do or a lot of the places that you think you should be at takes years to really come into full fruition. Especially in our 20s, I think we get very frustrated because we're not driving Ferraris, Corvettes, Mercedes-Benz, BMWs. We don't got a house, we ain't got kids, we don't got a car, we not married. Like, we're only in our 20s. Say if you live up to 100, and most people do not live to 100 years old, but let's just say you live up into 100. All the way from 0 to 25 years old, that's first quarter. First quarter is mostly you living with your parents, getting accustomed to earth, learning basic things that happen here on earth, right? Once first quarter is over, you step into second quarter. I'm in second quarter because I'm 27. Second quarter is really what determines how your third and fourth quarter is gonna look. Now everything is your responsibility. Now everything is on you. Now you are a full adult. After 25, your frontal lobe develops. So now you have to realize that life is a little bit more serious. You have to take more responsibility with your goals and be patient that they will succeed. If you quit in the middle, you won't be able to see the fruit of your seed. Most of the trees that we see around us, we haven't seen them from their baby stage. And I'm sure at their baby stage, they don't look as majestic as they do when they're full blown and grown out. You either gonna learn patience or life gonna teach you patience. You might as well just start cultivating it early. I'm so patient these days. If somebody cut me off, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. As long as they ain't get no accident. Maybe they got somewhere to be. If that made them feel better to do swerve and do all of that and shoot me the bird, whatever. If that made them feel good, I'm gonna let them have it. Because me, I like my life one. I don't want to go back and forth with you. Like, it happens. We've all cut somebody off before. We've all made a wrong turn before. Like, we've all been a nuisance on the road at some point in time. We all had a starting point. We all, at one point, weren't that great of drivers. We had to cultivate that. Took time, that you had to grow that. It takes patience. Everything in life includes patience. A lot of the things that we are pursuing, we need to be pursuing them with the mindset that I want this to last 30, 40, 50 years, sustain most of your life. We think that harvest should only be 1 year, 2 years. Like, we think we should only be tilling the field for a couple of years. A lot of this stuff takes time, and if you don't have patience, you're going to blow your shot because you're going to give up in the middle, or you're going to give up before the process is finished, and you're going to blame it on, oh, it didn't work out. But it's not that it didn't work out. You didn't have the patience to see it through, and you didn't have the trust in God to see you through those things. That's just something that I'm learning. And I'm pretty sure it's something I'm going to continue to learn as I continue to grow and age and get wiser and learn more things in life. Learn how to be patient with yourself. We're only in our 20s. We're just learning how to be adults. It's okay if you don't have it all figured out. You don't want to experience everything in your 20s and 30s and leave nothing for your 40, 50, 60, 70s. Even though you don't know if you're going to die or not. You're not supposed to be thinking about death. Death is not the end goal for you. You know you're going to die. Everybody going to die. You're not making it out of here alive. But go through the process. Take the steps that it's going to take to get you there at your pace. Don't feel bad because you're not where somebody else is. You don't know how long that's going to last. Like, a lot of us, we see people with clothes, riches, all of that right now. We don't know if those people are going to have those same things acquired in 10 to 20 to 30 years, which is when it's going to matter. Nobody want to be in their 60s, 70s trying to figure out how they going to pay their bills. They got to go back to work. You got to go all the way back to the drawing board, things that you were supposed to tidy up, but you didn't have no patience. You wanted to wild out. You wanted to just keep living young, wild, and free. Like, we have to be more responsible with our time. If you don't got no patience, life will be hard for you. So we're going to move on to the next thing. You will get lonely. I have experienced a lot of time in solitude. I have experienced a lot of time by myself. I must say I've grown to love my own company, but we are social creatures. You're gonna want to have friends. You're gonna want to go out. You're gonna want to be around other people. That's how we're created. But if you really want to tap into your purpose, a lot of things you have to do by yourself. Your friend can't help you do it. Your mama can't help you do it. Your daddy, your sister, your cousin. You have to go through that alone, because everybody has to be refined individually before they can come together as a whole piece and be able to build off of each other. If you're not whole and I'm not whole, we're no good to each other at all. It will get lonely. And the only way it won't get lonely is if you don't change. If you're not willing to go above average and go above the baseline, it probably won't get lonely for you. There's gonna be times where people drop off. It's going to happen. You think that we all grow the same until you get into adulthood and realize, wow, a lot of the friends that I have, I only had them because I went to school with them, I went to college with them, I worked with them. I created these friends through the environments that I was in at the time that I was in my growth season. Now that I am growing and I'm branching out, I realize I don't even relate to these people as much anymore. I realize they can't feed me. They can't push me to the next level. They're just good for conversation, and conversation without any substance is just pointless and a waste of time. Most people don't want to do the work, and I'm one of them people. I'm learning now that I have to do the work. I cannot skip the process. Like, I cannot be lazy. You have to believe in yourself more than anybody else in this world, and you gotta trust God. What I'm doing ain't gonna look like what you doing. What you doing ain't gonna look like what I'm doing. There's gonna be times where it's just you and God. Nobody else can give you no advice. Nobody else can help you. Nobody else can tell you which way to go. Even though people have good intentions for your life, they don't truly know what's best for you. They're telling you what's best for you based off of what they think is best in life. And that might not be accurate, especially not for your life. And if you don't know how to be alone, it's going to be hard for you to be in God's presence. The best times to hear from God is when you're by yourself. God does his best work with you when he can get you to himself. So if you're afraid of being lonely, whether that's having a lot of friends, always in and out of relationships, you are going to be a late bloomer. I'll tell you that right now. You're going to be a late bloomer. You got to be okay with being lonely. The fun will come. The friends will come. Everything, once you get yourself together, will fall into place. When you're lonely, find something productive to do in your time that advances you. And this is something that I'm working on too. While I'm lonely, there are times I'm just sitting around waiting for friends to come. I'm waiting for the man that God gonna send me. I'm waiting for it. But it's like, I shouldn't be waiting for it. Keep building yourself. Keep making sure you're sculpting. Keep perfecting and improving yourself while you're waiting on these things. Everything that you want the best version of it. If you're not the best version of yourself, how can you attract certain things to you? So the version that you are is the version of things that you're going to get. If you want the best things, those things take time, because you are going to take time to be cultivated into that best thing yourself. If you're serious about your growth, you narrow out. You're going to be lonely because you're going to feel misunderstood. You're going to be lonely because nobody going to be able to see your vision. You're going to be lonely because you start looking at the world through different lenses. The best growth is when you're by yourself. When you're by yourself, there's no distractions. You can do it. I'm learning it. Y'all learning it. We in this together. The next thing I have is life will never not be hard. I recently had the realization that no matter how high you get, no matter how good it gets, it's always going to be bad, and it's always going to be hard. Where there's good, there's going to be bad. Where there's bad, there's good. You can't get one without the other. You can't get the riches and the wealth and all of that without the devils that's going to come with it. Life will never not be hard. There's never going to be a point in time where you can just sit back. You're always going to be doing something here on earth. There's always going to be a challenge. Even after you complete one achievement, the next devil is waiting for you right after that. There's always a devil waiting right after you complete whatever it is that you're going to complete. The work is not done until we're dead. Choose your heart. It's hard to be homeless and broke. It's also hard to be wealthy and own a business and own businesses. It's hard to be a woman. It's hard to be a man. It's hard to be a human. It's hard to be animals. Like, it's hard for everybody. It's hard. Either way you choose, whatever route you choose, is going to have hard in it. You just choose your heart. You choose to perceive what suffering is to you. What's a good life to you. You got to lay down in that bed. You're the only person who's going to have to answer for them consequences. You're the only person who is going to have to really answer for your life. Because at the end of the day, we all have our own story. Nobody's going to care more than you what you come out to be when it's all said and done. People applaud you. People are going to congratulate you. People are going to admire you for where you've gotten. But when you die, it'll be like, thank you. You did a good job. We remember you. Period. Life gonna go on. I was complaining like, dang, when is it just gonna be good? When is it just gonna... Bro, that's just not how life works down here. You can ignore it and act like it don't exist, but the hole will keep digging itself. Life will be hard. Choose your heart. It's okay if your life doesn't look ideal. Don't let anybody determine what your life is supposed to look like. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, you already supposed to be successful right by now. Well, I thought you would have did this. I thought you would have did that. Oh, you still live with your mama? Or you still live with your daddy? You still working at the 9 to 5? Da, da, da. Don't let anybody project onto your life. As long as you know you are genuinely trying, being here is a lot. If you still got breath in your body and you still walking on this earth, that's a challenge in itself. Don't let somebody try to tell you that you're a failure because you're not where they feel like you need to be. If you locked in with God, only what you and God think matters. Do not exclude God from out your life because you need him. Hey, we all need him. Please. Life is whatever you want to make it. The people who are talking down on you, or the people who are trying to give you life advice don't got their life together, or their life don't look nothing like what you want your life to look like. You don't need to be taking whatever they're telling you too personally. I feel like I'm right where I need to be. Like, I used to beat myself up like, dang, I could have owned a business by now. I could have did this. I could have did that. I'm 27. I'm not 45. I'm not 55. I'm very much taking my time, pacing myself, stopping to smell the roses. I don't regret nothing that I've done in life. I done fell. I done bumped my head. That done caused me to learn some lessons. I done had fun in all of it, though. It was fun. It had good times. Even though the bad times came, I know that when I get to where I need to be, it's going to happen when it need to happen. Why I need to be rushing it? Why I need to be stressing myself out about it? Why I need to be waking up, pulling my hairs? We let society and the world pressure us too much into doing things that we don't even want to do. If you don't want to go to college, don't go to college. Pick up a skill. We all have gifts. We all have talents. Whatever your talent is, find out what your talent is, hone in on that craft, find a way to monetize it. You can monetize literally anything. You can monetize anything. And I'm talking to myself when I'm talking to y'all because I've had a hard time being consistent in the things that I want to do. But you know what? Being consistent takes time. Growing discipline takes time. You do got to bump your head a couple of times. Some people bump their head more than others. Be okay with where your life is right now. And if you don't like where your life is right now, if God spares your life tomorrow, wake up and get to it. Don't let it get you to the point where you sitting around, you depressed, you're like, oh, I'm a failure, I didn't do this. Bro, you still got time to make a comeback. You still got time to be on top. You never run out of time until you run out of time. If you have a credit card, you will incur debt. Credit card companies know what they're doing, okay, baby? If you got a credit card, I'm pretty sure anybody in the world who has a credit card or who has had a credit card will tell you, if you have a credit card, at some point in your life, you will incur debt. You will. That's why they so cool on letting you get a credit card, because they know at some point there's going to come a time where you're going to need that credit card. Baby, there's going to come a time where you're not up. Everybody has experienced this, even to the wealthiest, to the most famous, celebrities, whatever. Everybody done experienced debt because life gets hard. Life gets hard for everybody. It's going to come. Be prepared. You're going to get in debt. I don't know how much debt. Everybody's debt varies. Watch out for that credit card. Save your money, manage your money well. Make sure. And when you can't manage your money, it's okay to use that credit card. You get what I'm saying? It's there for a reason. Don't let that scare you. Life is not over. Just know it's coming. If it ain't came yet, it'll come and you'll overcome it. Hopefully. You're going to grieve each transition. When I say you're going to grieve every transition, I feel as though this is something that most people experience but don't really talk about. Every time you transition into a new space, phase, whatever the case may be, it's going to be a grieving process. When you graduate high school, you graduate college, if you go to the military, whatever you do, you're going to grieve your old life. In order to become your new self, you have to let go of all of who you were in your past couple of years. There were times where it was hard for me to let go of who I was. You don't know what's on the other side of that door. It's hard. I be looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, dang, when I got this face? Like, you know, you look like you, but you know, like as you get older, your face tweaks a little bit. And then you just wake up one day and you're tweaked. You will grieve. And it's okay to be sad about leaving old versions of yourself behind. There's times where I had long hair, short hair, curly hair, permed hair. There's a time in my life where I didn't have tattoos. There's a time in my life where I didn't have piercings. There's a time when I did have piercings. Like, there's times that you doing different things with different people in a different space in life. You create those memories, and those experiences create emotions, and you want to feel those emotions again. When you get into a bad situation where you're feeling hopeless, you think about those good times. You be like, dang, the old me, we had a great time. I mean, we had a ball. We had a ball. We cried, we smiled, we laughed, we giggled, we got mad, we grew up, we fell on our face, we looked stupid, we did all of that. But new me, she's patient. She's more understanding. She's more kind. She's more considerate. She don't want to smoke as much like that no more. She don't want to drink like that. She don't want to go clubbing. She don't want to go just hanging out with whoever. The new Kaneisha, she want a husband. My face looks more mature. I have tattoos. I used to have 2 nose piercings in the septum. I took my septum out of my nose. The new Kaneisha, she don't got that in. She dressing more modest, getting into more dresses, changing her dress code, not being so skimpy on the clothes, booty hanging out, stomach showing. The new Kaneisha, she not on that. Old Kaneisha, when we was doing what we was doing, we had a ball, but we outgrew that shell. And now we gotta leave that shell to disintegrate and die. And death doesn't always have to be a bad thing. We're gonna be dying until we completely die. Like we leave this earth, die. There's gonna be constant rebirth and death, and you're going to grieve it. You're gonna grieve relationships you had. You're gonna grieve friends you had. You're gonna grieve the relationship that you have with your parents. Going to the park, just doing little things that we used to do when we was kids that we took for granted. Now we got so much responsibility. I grieve not having any responsibilities. Adulthood is responsibility on top of responsibility on top of responsibility. I don't like to be that responsible. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's something that I gotta learn if I want to make it out here in this world. Regardless if I like it, regardless if I don't like it, regardless if I want to be here, don't want to be here, I'm here. So while I'm here, I need to make an impact. While I'm here, I need to make a statement. While I'm here, let's do something about the time that I got. You're gonna even grieve how life used to be. Life was so different in 2010. Life was different in 2020. It's constantly a grieving process. We never gonna get the time back. Take your time to grieve those things, sit with those things, and have a funeral with them if you need to, and let them die. You'll always keep a piece of your old self with you. That version of yourself helped you get to where you are now. It built on top of the foundation that you already had. So you keep a piece of that with you always, but you're just no longer living in that time frame anymore. You have to let people go. And I mean, you have to be willing to let anybody go. Your parents, your family, your friends, whoever it is. If you got to let them go because you on your walk with Christ and they not on their walk with Christ and they not living right, and then they're influencing you the other way. At the end of the day, everybody cannot come with you. So you have to learn how to let people go. Some people are here just for us to experience them for a moment, a second, a day, a couple of hours, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and that's it. Matter of fact, most people are not going to make it all the way to the finish line with you. Think about, we're at the starting line of a marathon, and the marathon is life. Sometimes you're going to find people who going to get ahead of you. Then they're going to fall and slow back down, and you're going to get ahead of them. And then y'all going to be doing a lot of this, and then there's going to be people that you running along with for a while, and they go fall back, and then you're going to fall back. Just detach from everything. Nothing here is ours. We don't own anything. We don't even own our bodies. Your baby's not yours. Your mother's not yours. Your sister, your husband. Nobody here belongs to you. So don't get that attached to nobody. The only person we need to be attached to is God, because God ain't going nowhere. We know that's a for sure guaranteed thing. And don't feel bad about letting people go. Like, letting people go and going your separate ways, it doesn't have to be a knockout drag out. Like, it doesn't have to be nasty. Like, I don't hate anybody that I don't talk to anymore. It's just, we served a purpose in each other's lives for that appointed time. Things may or may not worked out, but it all worked out in the end because everything happens how it's supposed to. And you meet new people. You're gonna grow. It's okay. There are gonna be people who have been in your life for so long that you're not gonna know what to do when it's time to let go. There's like short-term people who you can let go, and then there's people who have been with you for a long time. Those are gonna be the people that's gonna be hard to let go when it's time, because it's gonna happen. Let's just be adults about it. If we all real, it just comes a point in time where you could just simply just back off, and somebody should be able to get the hint. It doesn't have to be like a conversation like, oh, this is why I don't want to be your friend. Because it's not that I don't want to be your friend. It's just that I have to get what I got to get. And if that means I can't take you with me, like if I have to stay behind this line because I have to be with you, and that means I can't get what I got to get, then that's very selfish of you, for you to not want me to get what I need to get. Don't feel bad about being let go, because people are going to let you go too. It's all a part of life. I don't regret anybody I've lost. Take your time, but don't take time for granted. I think that's important, because time is the biggest currency, and most of us forget that, I think, on a daily basis. I'm somebody who has wasted time. I ain't waste all of it, but I done wasted some time that could have been useful to get me ahead a little bit quicker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything gonna happen when it's supposed to, but we can also delay what we supposed to be. You always gonna get to where you're supposed to be, but you can delay it. Pace yourself, take your time, but don't waste your time. Do not take time for granted, because you don't even know if you got the next minute. The next minute not even guaranteed. The next second, like I could leave today and something can happen to me, and I could pass away, God forbid. No type of time on this earth is promised. So that's what I mean by don't take your time for granted. Take your time, like don't rush it. You know how like when you do an exercise and they be like, make sure your form is correct? They rather you do the form correctly and do it slow than do it fast and do the form incorrectly. Take your time, apply correct form. Don't waste time. Don't be in the gym, walk around for 5 minutes between each set. Time is very precious. Make sure you occupy your time correctly, because that is going to be a big indicator on where you're going to be in your life and when and how you're going to get there. Don't let people waste your time. Don't be around people who like to waste time. For real, get on your stuff. If you're in your 20s, cherish your time, baby, because the time goes. You blink and you're an adult. Take your time. Don't waste your time. You look up and you're like, wow, the party's over. You don't want to be that person who's still there when the party shut down. Everybody gone, everybody done found their way, everybody done got a family, they done established themselves. A lot of people who like to make fast money or like to make money in a dishonest way so that they can acquire money in a quicker way, they always lose. They always lose. They always lose. At some point in the game, they're gonna lose. So take your time and take the honest route. It's okay if it's slow. Slow motion gonna produce. I promise you that. But no motion is wasting time. Stop trying to scam and scheme y'all way to the top. You're gonna be on top for a little piece. The goal is to stay on top. The goal is once you're on top to maintain. But a lot of people, they want it too quick, and they think that they living right now because they riding around. They got bust down, Amiri jeans, $5,000 shoes on their feet. Okay, act like you boss man D-Lo in your 20s. You'll be looking real crazy if it ain't legitimate. It's gonna fall. It's not about who's shining now. It's about who's gonna be shining later. Remember that. Take care of your body as much as you abuse it. Ooh, that's a good one. People think like, ooh, I'm young, wild and free. I can become a big bag. I can do it all. I'm young. My metabolism is fast. Yeah. All of that is going to stop one day. And it's gonna stop faster than you know it if you don't take care of your body. As much as you abuse your body, take care of your body. So if you want to eat junk food, make sure you eating healthy foods as well. Make sure that's the equivalent to you eating good foods, nourishing foods, foods that can actually produce good things for your body. As much as you smoke, you should be taking herbs to clear out that mucus in your throat. As much as you drink, you should be at the gym. You should be having your body in shape. You should be stretching. You should be taking care of your mental, physical, spiritual, on the outside and the inside. So if I'm smoking, I'm drinking, I'm partying, you need to be in the gym eating healthy and stretching to take care of your body, getting sleep, getting rest. You think it's all fun and games now because our bodies are up and running. Once you beat your body down so much, it's going to crash. And it usually don't crash until you get a little bit older. And that's when you hate for it to crash, because that's when you need it the most. So take care of your body while you are young. I see a lot of people who are already tapping out. Y'all stomachs is hanging over y'all bellies. Y'all diets is raggedy. Y'all lips look so black from Black and Mouse, smoking weed, drinking. Some of y'all are alcoholics. Y'all drink alcohol every single day. Y'all going to $2 Tuesdays every Tuesday. Like, get you some discipline, please, baby. Take care of your bodies. Y'all do not stretch. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. You need to be stretching. Stretching is important. You need to be running. You need to be exercising. You need to be eating healthy. Good come with the bad. It's always going to be there. We never going to be perfect. So if you're going to abuse your body, which most people do in one way, shape, or another, take care of it just as much, even more than you abuse it. You want it to last you the whole game. You only get one. You only get one set of teeth. I don't know why y'all going to get veneers, shaving off y'all teeth and looking like little sharks in y'all 20s. You only get one set of teeth. You only get one body. If your leg get gone, your leg is gone. If your eyeball comes out of its socket, that's it. If your ear gets cut off, that's it. You only get one. So take care of what you got. Some of y'all don't take care of y'all skin. Y'all don't do no skin routines for y'all faces. Y'all don't brush y'all teeth. I've seen people who have mounds of yellow in between their teeth. That means you never floss. That means you don't brush your teeth frequently. And we've all, I'm pretty sure, had plaque in our teeth at one point or another. I've had plaque in my teeth. When I see plaque forming in my teeth, guess what I get to do? Shh. I'm like, okay, I've been slacking on the flossing. Let me get back right. Because sometimes we fall off. Just be honest, we do. But for you to let your teeth get to the point where you got yellow plaque pillars in every crevice of your teeth, that means you was just being negligent. So take care of yourselves. How you take care of yourself is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. If you always drinking, but you don't take the time to detox your body, you don't care about yourself. If you always smoked out, you don't never give your lungs a break, you don't care about your body. Your skin is cracking, your lips are cracking. You don't care about the moisture in your skin. You don't care about the health of your hair. You don't care if your stomach hanging low. It's normal to have a little bit of fat. But y'all know the fat that I'm talking about. The unhealthy type. Because I know people love to try to make it seem like body weight don't reflect health. It does. I promise you, if you eating a proper diet, your body you won't be obese. You won't. You can be bigger boned and be in shape. But I promise you, if you eating the right foods and exercising and doing what you need to do for your body, take care of your body, your body will not be obese. You won't be having diabetes and all of these different diseases and stuff that literally come from us abusing our bodies. That's why we incur these diseases. And because we're not knowledgeable on how to keep up with the health of our bodies, we're relying on the doctors solely, and they're here to make us sick and keep us sick and keep us uninformed. You're going to be on medications that's making you even more sick. Be vigilant, y'all. Be vigilant. But please take care of y'all bodies while y'all young. I take care of my body. I drink a lot of water. I work out. I do a skin routine. Sometimes I slack off, but I get back on. Don't completely let yourself go. Please don't. I know it happens, but hang on, sister. Have a plan, but be open-minded. Have a plan. You gotta have a plan, okay? God can't do nothing with you if you ain't got a plan. Now, is he going to tweak that plan? He for sure is. He for sure is. He needs to see that you done put in some type of effort as well. I've tried it, okay? I'm one of the people that I just like to go with the flow. You can't go with the flow all the time. Sometimes you need to sit down, write it out, map it out, and stick to it. You gotta have a plan. If you want to be successful, if you want less stress in this life, plan. Even if things don't go as planned, which most of the time they're not going to go exactly how you picture them in your mind, because obstacles are going to come up. Things are going to change. That's why I say be open-minded. Be open-minded, but plan, because the planning is necessary. The planning is going to give you a foundation. And even if the plans shift, you'll be prepared. Okay? Wear whatever you feel like wearing. I don't think I ever really cared about like what people thought about what I wore, because I always kind of like wore my own type of like fashion. But please don't let these people like fool y'all into thinking that designer is the only thing that you can wear. And if you're not wearing designer, that you're not cool. If you're not wearing what somebody else who is popular to other people is not wearing, then you're not cool. Bro, wear whatever you want to wear. Wear a trash bag if you feel like it. Wear what you want to wear. Don't let people influence you to wear what they're wearing. Wear whatever makes you feel comfortable. Wear whatever makes you feel pretty. Wear whatever makes you feel like you. I don't feel like I dress like anybody in particular. Like, I don't try to fit in. I just wear what I want to wear. It's okay to be normal. Wear normal stuff. You can shop at TJ Maxx. You can shop at Marshall's. They got some pretty good things there. Like, clothes are clothes. Be happy that you got some clothes to put on. It's not that serious to have a fancy shirt, shoes. Every now and then it's cool for the people who do it in nothing wrong with having nice things. But wear what you want to wear. If you want to get inspiration from other people's outfits, do that. But try to be as authentic and unique and as much as an individual as you can. Last but not least, you cannot do it without God. That's going to top everything that I said and everything else that you're going to learn in this life. Whatever you're going to do, if you want it to genuinely be successful, like guaranteed, genuinely successful, you can't do it without God. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you want to stop smoking. I don't care if you want to be a six-figure business owner. I don't care if you want to be the #1 track star in the world. Whatever it is, you cannot do it without God. I'm telling you, everything in this life is so hard. It's really that hard. Like, most of the stuff that y'all think that y'all doing off of your own strength, you're not doing it on your own strength. I promise you're not. Every time I've tried to do something thinking I could do it without God, and it wasn't even so much of me saying, oh, I could do this without you, God, but it's just like, you don't consider God as in, like, you don't go to God with your plans. You just come up with stuff that you're finna do and you just try to execute it. That's still doing things without God, because you're not going to God and saying, hey, God, do you think like this the plan? Like, you think this is what I need to be doing? You just coming up with an idea and you going with it. You can't do it without God. You have to wait on God. You have to follow God's instructions. You have to follow God's direction. You have to go through the pruning process that God wants you to go through. Or else, if you do it your way, you're not going to get the best results. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say you're not going to get no results. You can get some results without God, but you're not going to get the best results. So if you cool with mediocre results, then hey, you can do it on your own. But if you want to be big dog, most high, you need him. All of us need him anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need him to wake you up in the morning. Like, you can't wake up in the morning on your own. God give you breath every day. God give us the ability to walk. He can shut your legs off just like this. Shut your eyes off just like this. Like, really, really, really be grateful. There's so much to be grateful about. It's crazy. I'm grateful that I had a meal today. Like, you never know what can happen to you. Like, you could be homeless. You could be eating off the floor. You could not have any food. A tornado can sweep through and tear your whole house up. Your car, you get in a car accident tomorrow. Like, you do not know. Whatever you got right now, be grateful. Be grateful that you can see. Be grateful that you can hear. Be grateful that you can use your hands. Be grateful that you can walk. Be grateful that I can get my hair done. Even though I haven't had it done in a long time, when I can get it done, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I can drink clean water. Some people don't got clean water, bro. Some people can't even go to the park and sit down like how I'm doing right now. They can't record themselves. They cannot do what they want to do. So no matter how bad life gets, remember there's always good. And no matter how good life gets, remember there's always bad. Conquer both with the same energy. Conquer the good with a lot of energy. Conquer bad with a lot of energy, because both of them gonna come. It's a part of it. You got to learn how to have a love for both. You can't love one and hate the other. You have to love both in their authentic state. Love bad. You don't have to see bad as good, but love it for what it is. Accept it for what it is. Love good. Accept good for what it is. When I was a kid, I wasn't noticing things how I was noticing them now. Now I be like, wow, look at the clouds. The clouds always look like this. Wow, look at these trees. Look at the shapes on these trees. Look at the birds. Look at the Bro, there's so much beauty around us, we don't even see it. It get tough, it get rough. But the beauty really almost make it worth it. The beauty does make it worth it. Because the beautiful is going to be there. It's guaranteed for both of them to be in the same place. Until we leave Earth. And we with God. And then everything's just, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I'm just happy that I have the opportunity to like be here with y'all. And y'all be here with me. And be here with me on this journey. I'm going to be posting more. I'm getting more confident. I'm getting a little bit more hang of it. And watch, it's just the beginning. I'm trusting God. I'm trusting myself. I'm believing in myself. I really hope I brought attention to some things that you might have already been thinking about, some things that you might have not thought about, or some things that you needed to get a little bit of a refresher on. Till next time, I love y'all. Stay blessed. Keep God first. See you on the next video. Peace out.